Hello, my name is Li Jiaxiang and I'm from Residential College 4 and I took UTW1001Q, English, Singlish and Intercultural Communication in academic year 2025/26 semester 1. And honestly, it has ended up being one of my most fun modules this semester. For context, this module is an ideas and exposition module, which we abbreviated as either IEM or IEC. And a big part of why this module was fun was because of our professor actually. So our professor is called Jock, and he ran the classes in a very engaging and fun way, and he kept the lessons super fun. He always encouraged input. He also joked with us, and at the same time he taught us really transferable skills that I didn't even realize that I needed. And one of the things that he taught us was how language and culture shape the way people interpret the same idea differently. So say for example, how an Anglo speaker understands the word stress is not the same as how a Chinese speaker understands the word 压力. So 压力 means it's the cultural equivalent of stress in Mandarin Chinese. And how it's different is like stress tends to have a negative connotation in English, whereas 压力 tends to have like a positive connotation in Chinese. So this is just one example of how like different words in different languages can differ in terms of nuance, even though when you translate it's like stress and 压力, it's like the same idea, right? And this module really made me appreciate these subtle differences. And we also learned how to explain these words in a culturally neutral way. So my classmates and I each chose a Singlish term and wrote an academic paper unpacking it in the most culturally neutral way that we can. And also international students did the same for words in their own languages because they obviously don't speak Singlish, right? And it was super eye-opening. I got to know more about other languages and even about like Singlish words that I didn't even know had like certain nuances, right? And but the most fun part was about the transferable skills. So like Jock taught us a lot of transferable skills. So for example, like intercultural awareness, which I think is very useful if you are planning to work or study overseas in the future. And I believe that amongst all the ideas and exposition modules, this one is the most international, the most culturally rigorous that you can take. And on top of that, other transferable skills that Jock taught us was how to write an academic paper properly. So things like how introductions should be structured, how to craft an objective statement, how to structure your body paragraphs, and even how to use Microsoft Word's citation tools properly. But most importantly, he helped to fix our sentence level coherence. So what I mean by sentence level coherence is that the way you structure your sentences and your paragraphs uh, determines how coherent your entire essay will be. And I didn't really think of it. It sounded very like when Jock taught us, I've realized that it's very common sense, but I just didn't know it like before. And if I had known it, right, then I would have like written my essays much better in a much more coherent way, because I actually applied this exact same method for my business modules because I'm in NUS business, right? And my writing actually became much clearer, and I actually scored very well for coherence because of it. And I know that IEMs tend to be academically challenging. I'm sure if you are like if you are a UTown college program taker, a student, I'm sure you have heard a lot of horror stories from your seniors about how like all IEMs are very heavy, whatever. And I am not denying that this IEM, just like any other IEM, would be heavy, but the workload in this IEM is actually very manageable compared to the others. And also, our professor made it very enjoyable, and our class became very bonded by the end of the semester. So up until now, I still keep in touch with my group mates, and one of the other groups, like four of them, they even met in RC4 to play mahjong, even though not all of them were from RC4, right? And that's the kind of class culture that I really like appreciate, I really want for my university life. And so if you are looking for a fun, engaging yet linguistically heavy module, actually this module wasn't I guess wasn't very linguistically heavy. It was something that like every single one of my classmates could handle it lah. So if you are looking for a fun module, don't be paiseh to take this course. And now that the semester has ended, I can honestly say that UTW1001Q is a module that I will remember fondly when I graduate 4 years from now.